Joe, how key were the details tonight, particularly when it came to offensive rebounds, forcing turnovers, and defensive intensity?
Yeah, just the margins. I thought the guys did a really good job, trying to win those. And, first thing is obviously transition, and it's a three-step process, keeping them out. And, I thought our transition defense was good, really good, kept them in the half court. I thought our individual defense was good, and I thought we were able to get in driving lanes and get out to shooters. And they test our discipline, they test our communication, and I thought we handled it better in game two.
What did you like about the way you closed in the fourth quarter, obviously able to extend the lead and keep their starters from re-entering?
Our defensive execution stayed intact. We gave up a few many rebounds, but our offensive spacing, shot selection was good, just managed the game properly.
Jaylen obviously had a monster night. What did you see from him?
Just making the right play. Poise, patience, discipline, the proper actions, getting to the right spacing, and just picking and choosing his spots really well, whether it was in transition or in the half court. So it just continues to get better and better. Takes a lot of pride in his ability to impact the game in different ways, and I thought he did that tonight.
He only had 2 assists in the box score, but it seemed like he was getting off the ball early when his path was cut off. It seemed like he was really moving the ball well on top of the scoring.
Yeah, I mean, again, hopefully one day they'll add a potential assist category or a hockey assist, but he made the right play. That's the most important thing.
Joe, is there any update on Luke's status?
No, I haven't gotten one yet.
And with him out of the lineup, you went small either with Jayson or O'Shea. Was that the plan at some point to try that? And if not, what did you think of the way that looked?
Yeah, I mean, it was a plan to just stay open-minded. I knew every game's going to be different, especially with these guys and their ability to just put pressure on you in different ways with their lineup. So it was a plan to get to something like that eventually. So we were kind of forced into it. But I thought it went well. I think I like the speed, I like the athleticism, I like the spacing that we have. So it presents strengths and some weaknesses that we have to be ready for. But I think the open-mindedness throughout the year to play different ways kind of prepares us for situations like this.
Joe, a lot of talk. Drew and Derek obviously made the all-defensive team, but then tonight they come out and combine for 16 assists. How much easier do they make life on the rest of the team on offense? And then how important is it to have two guys who are as elite as they are on defense be so impactful on offense as well?
Yeah, they're just really good basketball players. And again, those two guys, you always talk about them, they come into a game open-minded on how they get impacted in different ways. Sometimes it's defense, sometimes it's pick and roll handling, sometimes it's screening, sometimes it's scoring, sometimes it's shot making, and they just have the ability to impact the game in different ways on both ends of the floor. Their versatility is important for us.
Joe, I know you don't care about the voting and the awards, but Jaylen was left off the All-NBA team, meaning some people didn't think he's one of the top 15 players in the NBA. How do you think things like that motivate him? It seems like people talk more about what he can't do than what he can do. How do you see that motivating him, and how has he evolved as a player and as in maturity over the last 2 years you've coached him?
Jaylen's just one of my favorite people. I think how's he handle that? I think he cares about it in a way that motivates him, and I think he doesn't really care about it at all because he understands that it's not winning is the most important thing. And so he has an innate ability to just get better, to work hard, motivation. He has unreal confidence, but he's also not afraid to work on things that he knows he has to get better at. And so you see him every day at shoot-around or in practice. He's out there with 6-7 coaches working on every possession, every spacing imaginable so that he sees his reads. And he just cares about the right stuff. But I think stuff like that does motivate him. But I know he also really wants to win, and he has a growth mindset and wants to get better. So I really enjoy coaching him and really watching him work.
Joe, you talked about the chaos that Indiana's style of play presents. How did you feel like tonight your discipline offensively was able to help quell that? And then how was just the defense's ability to kind of read all those little micro decisions smooth out?
Yeah, the first way to defend these guys is to attack them, and you can't defend them if you're not playing disciplined offense because they get you in 2-on-1s, 3-on-2s, 4-on-3s, cross-matched, and then, your communication and your individual principles become harder. So the first step to defending them is attacking them, and then when you make it 5-on-5, they just test your communication and discipline. I thought tonight we handled that a lot better. I thought tonight we handled our adjustments and our matchup execution better. And I thought when you play in the chaos, you have to embrace the chaos. And so there's going to be possessions where it is chaotic and you just have to be ready to handle it. And I thought our guys did a good job of handling it with just multiple efforts.
Joe O'Shea was a plus 18 in about 12 minutes. What did you see from him that made his minutes so impactful?
Just his presence, his energy, his athleticism. Just gave us, I think he had a dunk, got a steal, got us out in transition, a couple rebounds. So just he plays with such a high level of intensity and energy. It's big for us.
Joe, to take care of home court and go on the road, a place where you've been successful this postseason with a 2-0 lead, what does that do for the confidence of the group?
I don't know. I know only thing we should be thinking about is they were down 2-0 a series ago, and they brought to Game 7, and they do a great job protecting their home court. They're undefeated at home. And so it's going to take a lot more than confidence to get the job done, and we have to focus on the details and the execution and and the mindset, the right things that go into playing against a team like this at home. And I know they're going to respond, and so it's up to us to do the same.
Thank you, Joe.
Thanks.
And a lot of the momentum seemed to shift when you moved over to the 5 and O'Shea came in, played the 4. What did you see from those lineups that worked?
Yeah, I think it allowed us to play a little bit faster, and each game presents different challenges. Or we always talk about we just have to be open to different things, and whenever your number is called or whatever you're asked to do, just be ready to do it.
I mean, we've talked about this a little bit before. Obviously, you're a big guy, but playing the 5 is different responsibilities, maybe a little bit of a different toll on your body. What is that like for you shifting into that position?
I mean, we got defensive principles that we follow, and it's just about being connected, communicating, and playing hard, essentially, and then going up and trying to get a rebound.
Jayson O'Shea was a plus 18 tonight. What did you see from him that made him so impactful, and how rewarding is it to see a guy that really hasn't seen many minutes this postseason take off like that?
It was great, just the energy that he came in with on both ends, just finding a way to impact the game. And like you said, we see the stay ready group guys work and show up for us every single day. So I love when they're able to get their number called and get an opportunity to help us win a game.
Jayson, did you speak with Jaylen before the game about being snubbed from the All-NBA teams? And if so, how do you think it impacted him tonight?
No, we didn't talk about that today. During shoot-around, we just focused on winning the game tonight. We all felt like internally that he should have, made one of All-NBA teams. So it was a shame to see that he didn't.
Jayson, 40 points for Jaylen tonight after his heroics in Game 1. What have you seen from him throughout the course of this postseason? How has his game evolved in your view?
I think, the game is just slowing down for him more and more, finding ways to be effective, still while making the right play, and, just being himself, when we need him to.
Jayson, how pleased are you to get out of here up 2-0, heading to Indy for Game 3, what you guys were able to accomplish here?
Yeah, I mean, winning is hard. Winning in the playoffs is tough. It never goes, I guess, how you expect it to. Each game is different in its own right. It did feel good to finally win a Game 2, especially at home. So, but we understand that New York was up 2-0 and they ended up losing that series. So, far from relaxed, but, you take a win whenever you get it.
They play on offense with a lot of chaos. That's a word that's been used a lot. How did you feel tonight you guys have kind of been able to slow down and see through the chaos?
I mean, it's tough. They put a lot of pressure on you. Even the guys that come off the bench, they play with a lot of freedom, a lot of pace. They do a good job of spacing the floor. So you just got to connect to them, connect to bodies. You can't let them run around without getting touched, essentially, because then it makes it extremely tough to do.
Throughout the season, you jump in and out of 14 and 15 coverage all the time. Changing coverages so much throughout the season, does it make it easier to adapt to how much you have to change with this team?
I mean, short answer would be, yeah. We just practice it so much throughout the season that, and that's why we do it throughout the regular season. So, when it comes to playoff time, it's not a lot of confusion.
Bobby,
Jayson, how important is Jaylen's voice? Obviously, his play has been big, but his voice, becoming more vocal. I know, in one of the games you struggled early in the playoffs, he was like, Jayson found his rhythm. We got to see him find his rhythm even more. Has he kind of been in your ear for a lot of this playoff run, motivating you and pushing you? Like, what's his voice been like for you and the team?
Yeah, I think it's important for every guy in that locker room to speak up, right? We all respect each other, and that comes from trust. We see the work that everybody puts in every single day and the growth from, whenever your first year here was until now, the growth and development of every single guy. And we have that environment where, everybody has a voice from the top guy to, the last man on the bench, right? We all in this together. You need to encourage somebody, do so. If you see something that we're doing wrong, it's your job to speak up.
And how does that help you when a guy like him does try to motivate you or anybody on the team, really, like you said?
It's just like having 15 brothers or so, right? We all spend so much time together. We trying to accomplish something special, so we are all in this together.
Last question to Abby.
You mentioned JB, but what does it mean to you to make the All-NBA team in a third straight year? How gratifying is that after all the work that you put in?
It's special. It's something I strive to do, that I expect, but it's nothing I take for granted. It's an honor to be on first team All-NBA. So many talented guys in this league. The talent just gets better and better each and every year. So I'm very fortunate to make that team again. I'm thankful for everybody that has helped me along the way. Success is not something that you can achieve by yourself. So, it's a lot of people that deserve credit in helping me get to where I'm at.
Jayson.